Hello and welcome to this Crestron Fusion pre-installation video. This video will cover Crestron Fusion requirements as well as suggestions on how to make the installation as smooth as possible. Fusion will require an app server using Windows 2008 R2 standard or better, with a minimum performance of 2 dual-core Intel Xeon processors as well as a minimum of 8 GB of RAM. Crestron Fusion will also require a separate SQL server as it cannot be running on the same server as the app server. This server will need to be a Microsoft SQL Server 2008 R2 standard or better, but Fusion does not support Express or 2017 Linux versions. We recommend following Microsoft guidelines for building the server, but it must have 4 cores and 16 GB of RAM. For any additional information on system requirements, feel free to consult the best practices guide found on our website. There are 2 methods to operate Crestron Fusion: a local system or a service account. With a local system, you will only be able to use forms-based administration and local SQL authentication. Otherwise, you can use a service account, which is typically an Active Directory user with admin rights to the server. With a service account, you can use Forms or an AD security group to administer Fusion services. Forms-based administration will be managed through the Fusion web client, while AD groups will use the same system of administration as if a user was logging into their computer. Should you use a domain service account, you will have to use an SQL domain account for authentication. With either method, the account used to access Fusion must have admin rights to both the app server and the SQL server. If you are not sure which method is best for you, contact your network administrator or a Crestron Fusion support member. To expedite the process, we recommend that all parties involved in the making of the servers be present for the installation of the Crestron Fusion software. While the installation is mostly credentials, should there be any problems during the process and the necessary personnel is not there is no way to resolve the issue, and so the installation will not be able to continue. Other helpful suggestions include: make sure that the SQL server is up and running. Some servers may be turned off by default. Make sure that there is no firewall preventing connection between servers. Double-check system requirements for both the app and SQL servers. And finally, make sure that the account being used for the installation has full admin rights to both servers. By following these guidelines, you allow for a more efficient installation of the Fusion software. Thank you for watching.